For the first time in its history, the US Air Force is fielding a network-enabled bomb that can link with satellites in space to deal unspeakable damage to targets with the accuracy of a sniper bullet. Meet the Stormbreaker, a smart, small-diameter bomb that's smarter than every smart bomb before it, backed by Raytheon Technologies, the US Army, the Navy, the need to put Russia on its toes, and over $600 million, which is an insane amount to spend on a bomb. But according to recent Stormbreaker news, that number is about to go even higher. The Air Force recently sent to Congress its unfunded priorities list, which is simply a list of requests that weren't included in the fiscal year budget, but are needed. And in this list was a rather peculiar request: $276 million to acquire more Stormbreaker bombs, which is in addition to the 761 Stormbreaker bombs already requested in the 2023 fiscal year budget. And at $115,000 per unit, that amounts to another $87.5 million to be spent on acquiring the bombs. These requests are due to the need to feed the bomb in numbers to three of the Air Force's favorite fighters: the F-15E Strike Eagle, the F/A-18EF Super Hornet, and the F-35 Lightning II. The Air Force already fielded the weapon on the F-15E Strike Eagle in late 2020 after it blasted through a series of various live drops and evaluations. Operational testing is still ongoing for the bomb on the F/A-18EF, after which the Navy is expected to declare operating capability. Testing on the F-35 is a little farther from competition, as it still is in both the developmental and operational stages, but with time, it is expected that the 5th generation fighter II will wield the Stormbreaker, as the fighter would simply be unstoppable once teamed with a bomb that's as smart as the Stormbreaker is. But what exactly does it mean for a bomb to be smart, and how do they work? Well, let's find out. Smart bombs control their fall precisely on their way to hit their targets dead on. This is a huge upgrade from dumb bombs that simply drop to the ground from where they're launched and therefore hinder precision, which is why pilots often have to drop tens or hundreds of them at a time to take out a single target. Smart bombs, on the other hand, are intelligent, powered by an electronic sensor system, a built-in control system, adjustable fins, and a battery to power them all. The bomb becomes a heavy glider once dropped that steers its way to a target as its sensor system feeds the control system the relative position of the target. Then, the control system adjusts the bomb's fins in the right direction until a boom ensues on the target, or as near to it as possible. The nearness of the bomb to its target upon exploding is its accuracy, and this accuracy generally depends on how sensitive the bomb's sensor system is, which is why militaries have, for decades, tried out smart bombs with different sensor systems, with the most successful ones being the TVIR guided bombs, the laser guided smart bombs, and the inertia GPS guided smart bombs. TVIR guided bombs. These bombs are fitted with television video or infrared cameras and can usually be operated in a remote operation mode, where the pilot steers the bomb like a remote control plane en route to the target. In automatic mode, which is far less work for the pilot, the bomb simply locks onto a target image and kamikazes into it. But this isn't as reliable as convenient, because from miles away, it's hard for targets to stand out on television or infrared camera from other similarly shaped objects and the surroundings. Laser-guided smart bombs. With laser-guided bombs, the bomb has a laser seeker, which is simply an array of photodiodes. These photodiodes are sensitive to a particular laser frequency, and once an operator paints a target with a laser of this frequency in a unique pulse pattern, the bomb only has one job left: to hit whatever target has just undergone its final paint job. But this tracking method can be affected by the weather. Heavy cloud covers, for example, and even dust can make the bomb unable to keep its eyes on the target. Inertia GPS-guided smart bombs. Inertia GPS-guided bombs are the pinnacle of smart bomb technology. They feature an inertia guidance system that monitors the bomb's path from its launch position and a GPS receiver that figures out the bomb's position in space by interpreting GPS satellite signals, both combining to make sure the distance between the bomb's location in space and in relation to the target has it locked in on 0, meaning the bomb steers towards the target irrespective of weather conditions with about 90% accuracy, making them as lethal as a sniper that's shooting missiles. And one smart bomb that takes this lethality to even greater heights is, you guessed it, the Stormbreaker. The networked all-weather Stormbreaker is a weapon born out of the not-so-smart small-diameter bomb, and whose requirements were born during the Air Force's operations in Kosovo in the late 1900s, where there was the need for low collateral damage engagement because the battle zone in Kosovo was a densely populated area. There was also the need to fight through the weather, do multiple target passes per run, and engage mobile and maneuvering targets. It was originally expected that Boeing, who created the small diameter bomb, would be tasked with developing a similar sized weapon with the needed upgrades. But with time, it became obvious that Raytheon Technologies understood the task more, and they were awarded the contract. The result of this contract is the first smart bomb of its class to feature a revolutionary tri-mode seeker that enables it to autonomously classify targets on land and sea in whatever weather from over 45 nautical miles away, and then engage these targets with a warhead that has both blast and fragmentation effects lethal enough to destroy tanks and whatever maneuvering or fixed target stands in its way. And thanks to its computer brain, network-enabled status, and a dual-band two-way data link, the Stormbreaker is more than just a bomb looking for a glorious exit. This bomb can communicate with its controlling platform, as well as ground controllers, to give the Air Force edge computing capability, serving as the closest eyes to the battlefield and relaying the information back to command, which is a critical advantage for the Air Force and the military as a whole, particularly in a joint all-domain command and control undertaking, where sensors and ultimately data from all military services, the Air Force, Army, Marine Corps, Navy, and Space Force, are all connected into a single network. This makes the Stormbreaker a half-bomb, half-spy. That's a lot more than a day-one weapon, but also an enabler as a conflict unfolds. And within the Stormbreaker is a mini JADC-2 undertaking of its own, where all the attributes that individually make the bomb great all work together in a fused environment, from the millimeter wave radar seeker to an imaging infrared seeker and a semi-active laser on one hand that all combine to form the tri-mode seeker partnering with the GPS, inertial navigation system, and a dual-band data link on the other hand to provide mature targeting and information solution, ensuring low collateral damage engagements. The bomb software is another component that can be considered innovative, as it is capable of fusing the information from the sensors to prioritize certain types of targets, depending on which engagement would be more effective or time-sensitive. The bomb was also designed in a way that maximizes the number of units that can be carried by strike fighters. Thanks to its small diameter, the F-15E Strike Eagle, for one, can use its 7 BRU-61A suspension units to each carry 4 Stormbreaker units, giving the fighter a capacity of 28 units at a time. And with the Stormbreaker being the Air Force's first purpose-built no-drive zone enforcement weapon ever, this many units on a single fighter can make the F-15E Strike Eagle the best traffic controller in history, keeping opposition vehicles driving as far away from US borders as possible. But the Stormbreaker itself is not about to be limited by American borders. Finland has already procured the bomb in their recent F-35A Block 4 procurement contract for 64 F-35A fighters, as the F-35 does too have an impressive Stormbreaker capacity of 24 units. Raytheon Technologies also say they're at a point in the Stormbreaker program where they're starting to open up to build international partner capacity, and have even already gotten Australia as a foreign military sales partner, with the door open for other countries to join the program, understandably focused more on countries that operate the F-35. So apparently, the Stormbreaker is not only making mortal enemies out of nations, but also making some into best of friends, coming together to achieve a common goal, which is just one of the many impressive things that this bomb brings to the table. In addition to being an intelligent weapon that takes first in its class, a spy, a traffic warden, and a painter that paints its targets with fire. But perhaps the most noticeable contribution of this bomb will be its ability to convince you to hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button. So kindly do so now, for Stormbreaker's sake. That'll be all for now. Thanks for watching.